What is the leap year? How to find the year is a leap year or not? Which is divisible by 4. Very good, Neeraj. 365 days కాదు వివేక 366 days ఉండాలి. Divide by 4. Yes, divided by 4. Yeah, Viveka. 366 days in a year, we call it as a leap year. For normal year, we have 365 days. Good. At least few people remember your childhood memories, like a childhood concepts. Good. But here I am telling you, which is divisible by 4. If a year is divisible by 4, for example, 2021, is it not divisible by 4? That means remainder should be 0. Then only we call it is divisible, but it is not divisible by 4. So it is not a leap year. 2022 is not divisible by 4. 2023 is not divisible by 4. 2024 is divisible by 4s. So 2024 is a leap year. 2024 is a leap year because it is divisible by 4, so we call it as a leap year. Good. All of you understand? If you understand, I will explain something. Year divided by 4, remainder 0. Good, Srinidha. Good. Good, Shyam. So no more doubt up to this. It's okay. But this is the concept we learn from childhood, but there is a small change. This is not the exact definition of leap year. Leap year is nothing but divisible by 4. We learn this, but it is not completely your definition. I will tell you guys, remember, if a year is divisible by 4 having a remainder 0 is a leap year. Yes, it is true, but some extra cases are there. If the year is a century year, that is nothing but multiple of 400, multiple of 100, baby. Century means, in cricket also we call century is 100, multiple of 100, that means 100, 500, 700, 1000, 1200, 1500, all the numbers is a multiple of 100. It should be divisible by 400 having remainder 0. It should be divisible by 400 having remainder 0. Remember guys, this is very important. So many members don't know. In childhood we learned a year is divisible by 4, but actually it is divisible by 400 if it is a century year only. Viveka, 100, yeah. So if it is a century year, it should be divisible by 400. All of you understand, guys? I will give an example also. So if you consider an example called 2024, it should be divisible by 4 having remainder 0. Yes, it's absolutely correct. But if the year is 2000, it should be divisible by 400 because having 2 zeros. Any year having 2 zeros, it should be divisible by 400. 0000 cancel. Then 20 divided by 4, remainder will be 0. Yes, it is a leap year. But 2100, if you find, so if the given year is 2100, it is also should be divisible by 400. 0000 get cancelled. 21 is not divisible by 4. Remainder will be 1. So it is not a leap year. Even though 2100 is 100% divisible by 4 having remainder 0. Yes, but it is not a leap year. Why? Because it is not divisible by 400. So don't always treat if it is divisible by 4 is a leap year, guys. There is some extra cases, special cases. Every century year, it should be divisible by 400. Even if you check 1900, yes, 100% it is divisible by 4 having remainder 0. But it is not divisible by 400. So this is not a leap year. Even if you check in old calendars, if you have the calendars of 1900 or 1800, if you check in your mobiles also 1700, these are not leap years. Even though they are divisible by 4, 2100, 2200, 2300, you can check from your mobile or even Google Calendar. The years, how can you know if it is a leap year or not? In every leap year, what is the uh, change? How can you know? In every leap year, number of days are 366. Where is the change? In the month of in the month of February, we have 29 days. That is the advantage. That is the extra thing you have to know about leap year. In a year having 29 days, that is only February only 29 days. Remaining normal years, normal year, we have only 365 days. Normal year, we have only 365 days. So here Feb having 28 days only. In complete leap year, the change occurs only in February. Only in Feb. So if you check from these years, if you check February having 28 days only for these years. But in childhood, we learned if it is divisible by 4, it is a leap year. These years also having 29 days. But it is a minor error we have to understand now. Is it clear for all guys? 365 days, week 29. Is it clear for all? All of you understand what is a leap year, what is not leap year? How to find if it is a leap year or not? Is it clear? Yes, Gautami, Mahesh, is okay. Neeraj, yes. Bharat, yes. Sham, Srinija, yes. Sham and Bharat, I think 1 or 2 days attended my session. Sham, today is the first session, I think. Mr. Null, this is also your first session, I think. Okay, done, guys. This is the meaning of leap year. So, extra term, a new term you have to know is to learn calendars. You have to know the meaning of this word odd days. Odd days. Odd days. What is the meaning of these odd days? Telugu odd కాదు, English ఆడమా. Odd days. Because how many days in a week? In a week we have 7 days. But if my question is in 10 days, how many weeks are there? 1 week plus 3 days extra. 1 week, 7 days plus 3 days extra. These extra days we call it as odd days. Extra days we call it as odd days. Any extra days we call it as odd days, except complete weeks. Extra days we call it as odd days. Suppose in 30 days, 4 weeks, 7 fours are 28, 2 days will be extra. These two call it as odd days. In 31 days, 4 weeks plus 3 days. In 28 days, yes, it's completely 4 weeks, no odd days, that is 0 odd days. If they ask you 29 days, 4 weeks, 28 plus 1 odd day. In case of 20 days, 2 weeks, 7 twos are 14, remaining is 6. If it is a normal number, you can easily guess. But if it is a higher number, how to calculate? For example, if you consider it same 10, you have to divide with 7, because we have to find out weeks. 1 week having 7 days. That's why we are dividing with 7. 7 ones are 7. 7 ones are 7. Remainder is 3. That's it. Any number if you divide with 7, 1 represent, I mean this quotient represent number of weeks. This remainder represent odd days. Remainder represent odd days. Remember guys, remainder represent odd days. Quotient represent number of weeks if you divide with 7. Any number if you divide with 7, quotient represent number of weeks. Remainder represent odd days. If you consider one more example, if you consider for generally a month having 31 days, 30 days, 28 days, some cases 29 days. We will check. Now if you check 7 divided with 31, 7 divided with 31, 7 fours are 28, 3 is the remainder. 3 represent odd days, 4 represent number of weeks. In 30 if you divide, same, 7 fours are 28, 2 is the remainder, 2 is the odd days. 28, 7 28, 7 fours are 28, 0, 0 odd days. 0 అమ్మ 6 లాగా వచ్చేసింది. 0 odd days. If you divide with 29, 7, 29, 7 fours are 28, remainder is 1, 1 represent 1 odd day. So quotient always represent a number of weeks, remainder represent odd days. Is it clear? All of you know how to calculate odd days and concept of odd days? Viveka is, Bharat is, okay. Sham is, yes. If you understand the concept of odd days, then we have to know one more concept and we're entering into the session. So only 33 people are there because who attempted the Infosys test, they may not joining these sessions. Okay, no issues. But